Hey there, Journeyers! Meg here from the Galea Foundation. And if you're watching this video, you have signed up for the Hero's Journey Challenge 2022. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so excited to have you. And you may be brand new to Facebook challenges, and you may be brand new to the way that Galea does Facebook challenges, but I wanted to show you guys a quick video that distinguishes between how a lot of other organizations do fundraising and how we do philanthropy. You're about to hear all about this in the video, but if it's anything we believe at Galea, we don't like fundraising to feel slimy. And a lot of times when it comes to these Facebook challenges, that's exactly how it feels. So we do things differently. Give this video a watch and pop a note or emoji in the comments if you have any questions or if you just want to show me your reaction. We are so thrilled that you are on this journey with us, and enjoy the video. Hey Challenge Heroes, Meg here again for part 2 in my video series tonight. So if you missed part 1, go ahead and scroll down. That is just basically an intro video to what Galea is, what we do, the kind of research and health programs that we run. And this video is gonna be a little bit more pertinent for y'all because I kind of want to talk about the structure of this challenge and how we want to do things a little bit differently than maybe what you're used to with a lot of normal Facebook, challenge models. So I'm hardly an expert in Facebook fundraising, but from what I understand, normally these Facebook challenges run like this. So you receive an invitation to a group via either you've seen some sort of marketing advertisement or you get emailed an invitation, maybe someone adds you to a group. Once you get into this group, you are prompted to start a fundraiser on behalf of a nonprofit or a charity. You're also prompted to go to Facebook Messenger and start logging your repetitions or your miles with basically an automation bot. As you log your reps and your miles, it kind of like moves a progress bar for you that's normally like a bluish teal color. You're encouraged to screenshot it, send pictures in the group, share what have you on your social media, and most of all, fundraise for this organization. Oi. There are a couple things I cannot stand about this challenge model. This isn't me being disparaging or critical of any other organizations. I'm a very young executive director myself, if I didn't mention it before. I'm 29, so I'm still figuring out this whole being a boss thing and running a company thing, on a daily basis. I come by that honestly. But my first problem with that style of Facebook challenge is the loss of the human connection. We are not even 10 days in, guys. And we've had so many miraculous moments in our group. I mean, we're talking, Darla going from day 1 saying that her family and friends didn't think she'd ever finish this challenge, and now she's hired a personal trainer and she's over halfway done with her burpees 9 days in. We've seen people from obstacle course races, doing meetups this weekend. I think there's a Spartan Super in Fayetteville, maybe this weekend or next weekend, and we have members that are meeting up. We have complete strangers from around the world donating burpees to our beloved Amanda, who, for her own health reasons can't, continue with the challenge at the moment. And so you guys came out of the woodwork and got her well over her 18,000, we may as well make it an 18,000 goal for Amanda. But you guys got her way over 1,800. I want to say she's in the low 2,000s now. But we have all these amazing human moments that are happening in our group and are based on the concept that y'all are people with your own lives and stories and struggles and triumphs, and I want you to share them with me. I want you to share them with us. I want to know all about you. I really sincerely, truly mean it when I say that I am just so in love with what's happening with this group, and I'm so in love with getting to know you guys. And if we ran this challenge on a messenger bot, we would miss all of that. I don't want you talking to Facebook Messenger. I want you talking to me. I want you telling me about your victories and getting your new shoes and PRing your 5K. I'm here for all of that. 100% all of that. And my second issue comes from the fact that y'all are people, again, real humans with real lives and real stories and real, challenges that you are overcoming and victories that you're winning. You're not ATMs, you're not piggy banks, you are not credit cards, you are not a donation file, you are a human. And something that I've seen, again, I'm not an expert at all, but something I've seen with other challenges is this huge emphasis on fundraise for this organization. And you're not even really sure where the money is going to. Maybe it's by a reputable organization, but you're not really sure what they're doing with the funds. And I feel like the emphasis is just put in the wrong place. So I don't want this to be a fundraising challenge. I don't want this to be a fundraising challenge at all. And I realize that sounds, probably backwards coming from a young executive director, because fundraising is absolutely a vital part of our organization. It's what allows us to do what we do. Quite frankly, we need to fundraise in order to keep our doors open, so to speak. But I don't want this to be a fundraising challenge. I've got a better idea. So here's what we're gonna do, Challenge Heroes. Instead of fundraising, we're gonna focus on philanthropy. And there are a couple really, really key distinctions there. Fundraising, like the name implies, is all about money. Fundraising, that's kind of a no-brainer. Philanthropy, on the other hand, is so much more of a rich definition and practice. Philanthropy is spreading awareness and generating support for a person or a group of people or a cause. It's really, truly the heart of what charities are designed to do. Because there's so many more ways you can give than just by giving your money. You can give your time, you can give your energy. I would very much argue that all of you doing 1,800 burpees in honor of the almost 800 officers who lost their lives last year and the thousands more who are struggling on a daily basis, I would say more than anything, that is giving. That is charitable. That is philanthropy. And we are all about that. Now, can philanthropy have a financial aspect? Absolutely. For a lot of people, if you've been talking about your challenge to your friends and family, I guarantee you that you have at least one person you've met that says like, I would never do 1,800 burpees, but I will totally give you $20. That is a perfectly valid form of philanthropy. And in a perfect world, what I would do is I would go into like the Facebook inner workings and change the name from your Facebook fundraisers to your philanthropy pages. But I'm not that high up in the ecosystem. In fact, on most days, I'm not even technologically competent. But so that is what it is. We call them Facebook fundraisers. But here's what I would like to invite you guys to do with your own Facebook fundraising pages, which again, we're going to call them philanthropy pages instead. A huge aspect of this challenge is generating awareness and fostering support for the mental and physical health of first responders around the world. One of the ways that we do that is we talk about what we're doing. I don't know if you've noticed, but on the Facebook fundraising pages that you guys have, I've been sharing videos. These are videos in which I go into a little bit of brain science. Like there's one of me in a blue shirt where I basically give a call to action saying, hey, like if you're watching this, police suicide's a problem. Did you know that 47% of the non-COVID deaths last year came from suicide? And people are like, what? I had no idea it was such a problem. That right there is philanthropy in the sense that it is generating awareness. We are letting people know about a problem that they didn't know our society has. I'm also in the process of posting videos to y'all's page for Mother's Day. This one was a little bit cuter. This is just a little bit of neuroscience, talking about oxytocin and the power of human connection when it comes to healing trauma. It's not necessarily so much police related as it is just neuroscience related. However, I still think it's a great thing to share. And on the topic of sharing, one of my nonprofit mentors really kind of like slapped me across the face with this speech she gave me a couple months ago. I don't know about you guys, but if you've been living in America and paying attention to the news for the past couple years, it's been a really, really, really hard time to be part of the law enforcement family. There's a lot of very anti-police and anti-law enforcement sentiments out there right now. It's totally okay for people to burn down buildings in protest or to like torch police cars or to spit at officers or any of the other, variety of rude or disrespectful or like aggressive and violent behavior that humans are capable of. And there's been a lot of weariness in our, in our sector of law enforcement. There's also been a lot of fear. And I was kind of talking to this nonprofit mentor of mine. She was like, why haven't you thrown a fundraiser yet? You're awesome. You're clearly passionate. You love what you do. Like, go out there and change the world. And I basically told her, I was like, well, I'm hesitant. I'm scared. I don't know what people will say. And she kind of looked at me and gave me that, like, the look that, like, older women can give you, and it just like stops you in your tracks. You're like, oh, we're just about to have a mom moment. It was totally one of those. But she looked at me and she said, how many people are you denying the ability to partake in giving others hope because you are too selfish to have a conversation that may go poorly? How many people are you denying the ability to be part of something bigger than themselves because you, Megan, are a coward? Like, I'm just like sitting there like, She may as well have knocked me over, but she was totally right. Yeah, there's my own fear of throwing an event or talking about what we do or talking about the issues in law enforcement and the ways that we can make them better. My reticence to talk about those things was absolutely denying, an entire legion of people from joining in and jumping on, our support train and saying like, hey, I believe in this too. This also matters to me and I want to help change the world with you. So all of this to say, here's what I would like for us to do, my beloved challenge heroes, when it comes to our philanthropy pages. I'm going to be creating more of these informational like call to action videos that I'm going to be sharing on your fundraisers. Now Facebook only allows me to post like 50 times an hour before it thinks I'm an automated bot. And you know how I feel about those. So there is a little bit of a time delay. But what I ask you to do for me and for Galea is, I ask you to take these videos and share them. Share them in your newsfeed, share them to your story, share them on your personal pages. I'm not asking you to ask anybody for money. Again, I don't want you to necessarily fundraise. This is not gimme, 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 gimme. You are not an ATM. You are not an ATM and I refuse to treat you as such. But if you will be brave with me, I invite you to share, these videos from your personal fundraiser onto whatever channels you want, your newsfeed, your story, what have you. And let me kind of invigorate the troops. Let me speak to people. Let me educate them. Let me tell them about the wild healing powers of oxytocin and how you can change someone's brain with a hug. It's that simple. Let me tell them about how suicide is ravaging our first responder community. Let me tell them about brain science. And, at the end, I will give them a call to action. What's really cool is if you share from your personal fundraising page, what it does is it actually has a little link at the bottom saying, hey, if you want to donate, you can go here to contribute to, whoever it is page. So let's say Joe, shares one of the videos from his fundraiser to his newsfeed. There will be an automatic link at the bottom that that whoever's watching can go to Joe's fundraiser and donate to Joe's fundraiser. So you guys still get the credit for anyone on your newsfeed that decides that they want to financially support in terms of this philanthropic journey. Again, please only do this if you feel comfortable. You are not an ATM, you are not a piggy bank. I refuse to take over your newsfeed and be like, give me access to your friends and family so I can spread the word. That's not the point of this at all. Y'all are here to do burpees for a good cause. And I am all about watching you and cheering you on and telling you you're a rock star and absolutely meeting it with every fiber of my being. Because I do. I'm sincerely the luckiest person on the face of the planet that I get to do this with you guys. But if you are willing to be brave and be philanthropists with me, not necessarily fundraisers, but philanthropists, I ask that, when I post a video to your fundraiser, just share it. You can put a caption with it if you want. You can say, hey, I'm doing 1,800 burpees for this really cool thing, or you can just share the video and I'll take it from there. We are a team and we all do this together. You do your part and I will do mine. And then maybe I'll finally be able to go back to my fundraising coach and say, hi, I'm sorry, she's a nonprofit mentor, not a fundraising coach. I'll be able to go back and be like, hi, I was brave. Maybe it was 2 years too late, but I finally worked up the courage to talk about things in front of a whole bunch of strangers on the internet. As you can tell, the professors in my life normally don't really know what to do with me. I'm a handful, but I'm fun. I'm entertaining as hell, and I'm fun. And I'm happy as all get out that I get to be here with you guys. Thank you for letting me share these videos with you tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with my antics. I adore you guys with every fiber of my being, and I hope you choose to be philanthropists with me. Have a great night, my beloved heroes. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.